planning for CBS Brokerage. Today's video is on business planning, specifically on how executive compensation and benefits planning help small business owners achieve any number of objectives. It's the first in a four-part series. This is the first video on how to have this conversation around executive planning. So what's the pretext before we get into the more technical videos on the specifics of these other designs. The second video will be on long-term incentive plans, compensation planning. The third and fourth will be on executive benefits, both non-qualified deferred compensation, and finally on supplemental life insurance designs using split dollar life insurance to get cash to executives or cheaper life insurance as a benefit. The reason why someone or a business owner would look to talk to you about using executive compensation or benefits planning to help the business is to attract and retain or motivate either existing or potential new colleagues or executives to come on board with the company. Additionally, we'll be able to help existing executives retire or bring on new family members. And you'll see in the future slides as to how that may be advantageous. Every one of the slides I'm about to show you are ones I would use with the business owner in the beginning of this conversation. So we have, in this slide, we're going to discuss how we'd have the initial conversation and the questions you might ask a business owner. You want to identify clearly and precisely where they are today, meaning what's working, what types of plans they have in place, and how things align right now with the executives, what's working and what's not working, and fill in the gaps from there. And finally, the preceding slides we'll be discussing various plans. Once you've asked those questions, had that conversation, this would take up 80% of the first meeting, this part right here, but would be about what you might be looking to show them using the questions you asked and identifying where they are today as to what potential opportunities exist without actually giving them the answers, obviously, in the first meeting, as you probably wouldn't have identified those exactly yet. So when we're talking about compensation and benefits planning, that's pretty broad swaths of planning. So I want to narrow it down, and I would do this for the business owner you're sitting in front of. We're really talking about focusing on, as a financial service professional, the long-term incentive plans using equity and bonuses. And finally, under benefits, we're really narrowing it to deferred compensation and life insurance designs. Of course, you may already be involved in retirement plans, and obviously that's an area a lot of RIAs and wealth management firms want to get into. That's not the scope of this video series, though. Finally, as I mentioned, we want to focus on long-term incentive plans, but those are comprised of cash bonuses and potentially stock appreciation rights or phantom stock designs that are tied to a long-term plan that maybe pays out, let's say, 5 years to 10 years from now, that may have a vesting schedule. Of course, there's tax implications to how you set this up. But the point of some of this is to basically how to reward certain employees that are so critical to the business, they might as well or could be a business owner themselves. There's discussion of that. So we're going to offer alternatives to owning shares of business, because some of the closely held businesses may find that both the business owner and the employee that wants to be a business owner or shareholder may be disappointed with that option alone. The reason for that is a new employee who may become a small business owner, the only person they can sell those shares to typically is the primary business owner. So it's a small to narrow market to actualize some of the long-term incentives anyway. They may just prefer cash if it's a matter of money. And it offers a business owner an alternative to simply diluting shares. So finally, we'll talk about funding in the next video, which will be on corporate-owned life insurance and marketable securities as a means of funding some of these. These plans don't necessarily have to be funded, but usually that is an alternative that we want to discuss. Obviously, that's one of the ways financial services professionals will be compensated. Finally, we'll talk about in two future videos, the non-qualified deferred compensation, how that relates to their existing healthcare plans and qualified plans to achieve a total rewards package for an executive, along with the potential for any supplemental life or DI plans, specifically using split dollar designs. Under deferred compensation, as you're talking to the business owner, you may describe some of these plans in relation to what they already have. For example, salary reduction arrangements are the most common, but that's where an employee sets aside a certain amount of their own money that's not related to a qualified plan. A bonus deferral is also something similar to what a salary reduction arrangement is, where the employee puts away a certain amount of the bonus. The bottom two plans are usually thought of more around areas of where the employer may actually contribute amounts. That's where a top hat plan or a SERP plan is basically an area where an executive has hit 415A limits in terms of how much they can put into a qualified plan, and the corporation may set aside money for that executive as a supplemental retirement plan. Excess benefit plans are essentially similar to top hat plans or supplemental executive plans, but they don't restrict it to the top executives. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what the conversation with the business owner might look like. These are all highlights. I haven't gone deep into any one area, but you're just giving them a flavor of what the conversation going forward might be looking like in the second and third or preceding meetings. So again, this was the first of the 4-part series. The next videos will be on long-term incentive plans, non-qualified deferred comp plans, and supplement or split dollar life insurance plans as a means of supplementing life insurance or getting cash to an executive. If you have any case you'd like to discuss, our contact information is here. You can visit us. Thank you so much for watching.